Ito ang inyong lingkod na nagbabalik upang magbigay ng mga balitang walang bias at pawang katotohanan lamang. Ito ang Bayang Pinas. Ngunit bagong lahat, kung bago ka pa lamang sa ating channel ay syempre huwag mong kakalimutan na mag-subscribe muna, pindutin ang notification bell at piliin ang all upang lagi kang maging updated sa ating mga bagong videos na ina-upload araw-araw. At syempre, maraming salamat na rin po sa ating mga solid viewers sa walang sawang pagsuporta. Huwag na huwag rin din pong kakalimutang mag-iwan ng like at i-share ang ating mga videos upang maging aware din ng ibang tao sa kung anong nangyayari sa ating bansa. At kung mayroon ka naman pong opinion or di kaya hinaing, ang ating comment section po ay bukas para sa inyong mga saloobin. Laging tandaan, bilang residente ng bansang Pilipinas, ang ating opinion ay dapat marinig at mapakinggan. Ito na nga mga kaibigan, atin nang panoorin ang kabuuan ng video.
May kakabahan na ata dito eh. Kasi mayroong gathering ng mga Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association. Ang guest speaker nila si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Okay? So, paano natin nalaman yan? Ito, mayroong post si retired Brigadier General Orlando De Leon, isa sa napaka-vocal critic ng administrasyong ito. I-pinost niya ito 8 hours ago. Sabi niya, I wish to thank the Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association, Eagle Fraternal Chapter Incorporated, for inviting me to its Christmas party. So siguro kahapon, Christmas party. So baka kagabi. I couldn't pass the opportunity to meet for the very first time the guest of honor, no less than President Rodrigo Roa Duterte himself. It was such an honor and privilege. Sir, my salute to you. Wow! Marines, yun po ang sigaw ng mga Marines. The occasion afforded us to reminisce the past, especially those exciting cadet days. Moreover, it was an opportunity to reconnect with both upperclassmen and underclassmen whom I have not seen for quite a long time. Thank you, sirs, for the invitation. Ano kaya ang reaksyon? Ano kaya ang iisipin ng kampo ng administrasyon? Meaning, kasi ugong-ugong yung chat group ng mga PMEers na medyo dismayado na sila. Sabi naman ng isa, stable pa rin ang gobyerno kahit may noise, may nag-iingay, stable, sabi ng presidente. Ito, nagkita-kita na sila. It's a formal gathering. I don't know kung ilan PMEers, but Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association. So, hindi nabanggit dito kung ilan ang nag-attend. Nandyan, class 82 si General De Leon. So, na-meet niya yung mga upperclassmen niya. So, mga senior sa kanya plus underclass niya. Okay, so magbasa tayo sa mga comments. So, ulitin ko sana hindi nataranta. Hindi na naman magduda ang kabilang kampo. Baka may niluluto. Ano bang napag-usapan nila? Ay, wala naman. Gathering lang eh. Mamaya, if we still have time, iparinig ko yung speech ng Pangulong Duterte. Okay. G. Pagurayan, sabi niya, congratulations sir at na-meet mo na si FPRRD in person. Hindi lahat ng tao na nagmamahal sa kanya may chance na makita siya personal. Eksakto yan. Ako, hindi ko pa na-meet ang Pangulong Duterte. Gustong-gusto ko siyang ma-meet. Sana one of these days, ma-meet ko rin siya in person. Oscar Wege, ang laking gulo kung ipapa-aristo ito. Meaning, yung ICC, papa-aristo ng gobyernong ito. Nako, anong gagawin itong mga PMAers na lumalabas, nandun pa rin yung malakas na influence ni FPRRD sa kanila. Bakit hindi ang Pangulo ang kinuhang si Speaker? Bakit hindi si Speaker Martin Romualdez? Bakit ang Pangulong Duterte pa? Yan ang tanong. Okay, so Jerome Olivar, salamat sir sa protekta kay Tatay Digong. Dapat walang iwanan sir hanggang dulo. Wendy, sabi niya, wala si BBM nito. Hindi talaga niya makukuha ang loyalty ng military sa kanya dahil karamihan sa kanila ay loyal sa bayan na pinagsisilbihan at pinoprotektahan nila. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Lai Leone, sabi niya, na wow, being a solid DDS supporter, we, my family are proud of our Tatay Digong, FPRRD forever, na may malasakit at hinahangaan ng nakakaraming Pilipino. Ito, Nida Gitigan, ito na yung sinasabi ko, may mapraning na naman nito. Matataranta ba? Palingkod Brothers, sir, papaano makapag-Christmas ng may peace ang current admin kung may Christmas party kayo kasama ang former president? Mag-isip-isip na naman ng masama yun. Edsa Laflog Zapanta, the PMAers, our heroes, except Sonia Trililing. He made some fake accusation on the Dutertes while enjoying some of PRRD's legacy. Kate Albert, for me, this occasion held by military officers is a sign of unity and respect to our leaders and love for the country and its people. Sorry sa mga hindi imbitado. Probably they have their underground session. Baka may sekretong pinag-usapan. Hindi natin alam. Christmas party. Amiable Lumna, may magpapanik na naman. Tony Lara, highly respected, war-torn noblemen of the military, you have the best guest of honor, His Excellency, may Tatay Digong, tatay ng lahat. Greg Magpantay, wow na wow, wow na wow, ikaw at si Tatay Digong, grabe. Sana kasama rin si Captain Dado. Tony Balanggi, my salute to you, Sir General, for giving us the opportunity to see our dear beloved President. Jericho Zuzuki, panic mode na naman ang ngagba White House now. Wendell Tanya, as a seafarer, my salute to this former President Rodrigo Duterte as a great president at all times, and to the PMA, Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association, Eagle Fraternal Chapter. Ana Torres, wow, si Digong ang guest of honor sa PMA Alumni Christmas Party. Daming sundalo dyan, ha, of course naman, na mapraning na naman si yung nasa palasyo. Okay, so iparinig ko lang yung speech. Ipinost ito ni Third Floor Studio at nireposted ni PH Update.
State Department, umalis na ba muna? Pag-usap kayo. Look at my country. Oh, how long have you been around? corruption. The other one is pagkonsulsyon ng retail ng Amerikano. Sabi mo na sa Amerikano, steady lang muna kayo. Kaibigan tayo. We will be beside you. We are a democratic government. We are attuned to democratic processes. Magkasabay tayo niyan. Pero huwag muna kayo makialam. Huwag ninyo makialam kasi hindi ninyo alam ang totoong Pilipino. Alam ninyo theory lang, pero yung nakatira talaga dyan ng barangay captain na mafia o yung mga mahirap. Yung mga hindi ko gusto yan. Sinasabi ko tanong sa dormitoryo pa ako. Magiging pag-away na. Eh sabi ko kung kanyang-kanyang tayo, hindi ko patayan tayo dito ngayon.
Okay, wala namang mga controversial statement si PRRD, no? Basta, klaro, asosasyon ng mga PMEers, karamihan sa kanila, generals, retired generals, guest speaker o guest of honor nila si PRRD. Ano kaya ang reaksyon ng taga-palasyo? Hindi kaya napraning na naman? Makapag-celebrate pa sila ng Christmas ng matiwasay? Gusto kong i-share sa inyo ang post ni General Alex Paul Monteagudo. Isa siyang PME graduate. Director siya ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, panahon ng PRRD administration. So ang post niya ay tungkol sa open letter to Speaker Martin Romualdez. Galing ito sa mga retirees ng AFP-PNP. So, basahin ko lang Ito, post niya one day ago. November 1. Circulating now in all camps. Ito, Romualdez, alis na. Now na. November 1, 2024. Open letter to Speaker of the House of Representatives, Congressman Martin Romualdez. Dear Speaker Romualdez, we, the undersigned, AFP and PNP retired officers, UP vanguards, and concerned Filipino citizens and taxpayers demand that you immediately resign as Congressman of the 1st District of Leyte and Speaker of the House of Representatives because of the following reasons. So, may 4 na rason na inilagay dito sa open letter. With 15.589 trillion national government debt as of August of 2024, you do not care at all if the Philippine government would become bankrupt sooner or later, because you have recommended a 6.352 trillion budget for 2025 against a 2025 projected supportable national revenue of 4.64 trillion according to Finance Secretary Rafael Recto, or a deficit of 1.712 trillion. Okay. Ngayon ko lang nalaman, itong projected government revenue for 2025 is 4.64 trillion lang pala. So, ibig sabihin, mangungutang ang ating gobyerno ng 1.712 trillion para masustentuhan ang budget for 2025. I hope this is true. So, madadagdagan talaga ang utang. Okay, number 2 reason. You squandered 26.7 billion from the AKAP of DSWD on a fake People's Initiative to unnecessarily change the Philippine Constitution. Yung AKAP, yung ayuda para sa kapuspalan. Ito yung nabuking ng Senado. Hindi alam ng DSWD na naisingit sa kanilang budget 26.7 billion na hindi nila alam kung paano gagamitin. So, siningit lang yan. Number 3, you failed to safeguard our taxes against corruption that it's about 20% of our annual budget. Briefly, the 2025 national budget would be less than the 2024 national budget if there were no corruption in the government. Furthermore, there is no attempt on your part to remove the level of Congress as the Philippines' biggest criminal syndicate according to Vice News Asia. Okay, ngayon ko lang din nalaman ito. Vice News, Business News Asia. I don't know how true is this. Philippines' biggest criminal syndicate, ang Congress. Number 4, aside from a report of your multi-million dollar donation to Harvard University, there are reports of your alleged buying spree here and abroad, including a 20% ownership of EEI, costing 1.25 billion. Hindi ko alam itong EEI. Ano ba ito? Parang kumpanya siguro. So, yung donation niya sa Harvard, I think 2023 ba ito pumutok? Na hindi naman niya dininay, hindi naman niya kinonfirm. But, ang tanong, saan ba galing yung $2 million donation? Sariling pera o galing sa pundo ng Congress? Anyway, so ito, under your leadership in the House of Representatives, you have been spending the taxpayers' money paid by our blood, sweat, and tears as if you own the Philippine government. Based on the foregoing observations, we want you out of the House of Representatives now. And then, sign. Okay, wala namang nakalagay dito na nakaperma kasi open letter. Siguro, anonymous. In fairness naman, letters like this, anonymous, kung tutusin, hindi masyadong effective dahil hindi mo naman kilala sino yung mga nagrereklamo. But then, kung may sunog, yun, may usok. So, mayroong disgruntled frustration on the part of, yun nga, as alleged, retired AFP, PNP members, UP Vanguard, and taxpayers. So, I don't know kung nakarating na ba ito sa opisina ng Speaker of the House. Wala pa silang comment. Siguro, ikibit balikat lang. Okay, dagdagan ko lang yung ang problema talaga natin is corruption. Yan na yung nagpapahirap sa taong bayan. Grabing corruption. Merong bagong post si General Romeo B. Pokis, ano? Sabi niya, corruption, military solution in the making. So parehas itong sinasabi ni General Pokis at yung open letter, halos parehas na halos araw-araw corruption at all levels. At nanawagan si General Pokis sa Commander-in-Chief. Ano ba? Basahin ko dito Unsolicited advice, sabi ni General Pokis. The Commander-in-Chief must put his feet firmly on the ground and intently listen to the people. He must immediately undertake strong measures to stop corruption at all levels. Sana nga matugunan ito, sana magkaroon ng war on corruption. Grabe, yung lalo na sa flood control projects na na ibandera na, i-announce na 5,500 flood control projects tapos na at marami pang ginagawa. Mamaya sunod-sunod ng mga baha, kawawa ang taong bayan. Nasaan ang bilyones na ginagastos sa flood control? Parang walang nangyayari. So, ito, sana gumalaw na ang Pangulo kasi kung hindi ma-stop, nako, itong sabi ni General Pokes, what is the alternative for inaction? Sabi niya, if the situation worsens and reaches its breaking point, come the natural solution, the military. Kaya lang, General Pokes is quick to admit na hindi ito maganda. This solution may be harsh, deplorable, and unconstitutional. Hindi nga maganda. Ako rin, hindi maganda yung military solution. But will be necessary and acceptable to protect the people. So, isinite niya dito, paano ang mangyari? Number 1, the AFP will declare withdrawal of support to the Commander-in-Chief. Nangyari na ito panahon ng ERAP administration, or an officer like Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso will rise to the occasion to rescue the people. So nangyari na po sa Burkina Faso, September 2022, gumalaw yung military doon, sinuportahan ng mga tao at na-depose yung government nila doon. Kaya sa Burkina Faso, ruling military junta nandun ngayon. Sana hindi mangyari ito sa ating